Okay, and now this is our final video for the business dashboard tutorials. Very simple here. I would just encourage you to, again, in the idea of centralizing your information, it's really, really powerful. It's a great strategy to implement into your business where you have a central location for all the information you need to run your business effectively. This is just really great because if you're working remotely, maybe you go on vacation for a couple of weeks, bring your laptop with you, you want to check in your business. Literally with this one dashboard now, you can see how powerful this would become. You have the ability to look at everything that's happening in your business in real time and keep up with everything in one location. So it's just a really great thing to do. And part of that is keeping an eye on your SaaS services, software or platforms, other elements of your business that you're using on an ongoing basis. It's kind of nice to have a place where it's like a directory of sorts. You just have a centralized location, what we call a tech stack. It's a really great thing to keep an eye on because not only is it make it convenient in terms of you can just link out to them and access them just by clicking any of the links here like you see on the screen as examples, but also if you have employees or a virtual assistant come on board, it's really helpful to have a centralized tech stack that they can use just to link and click to and access all the tools that you want them to be able to. So under here, code, scripts, and notes, you might be able to provide, depending on what level of access you want and what kind of privacy settings you want to establish. You could have the password required for your VAs to access each of these. There can be some notes, important, instructions, whatever it may be for each of the tools that you add here. Secondly to that, it's also a really good way to keep a tab on, potentially the expenses. So maybe you want to include how much you're paying each month for each of these different platforms, because I guarantee you, as your business grows, oftentimes it's very common for you to start collecting other platforms and all these other tools that you want to start using for your business. And if you don't keep an eye on those things, it can really start to add up. And you really want to watch that burn rate, the amount of monthly revenue being spent towards the platforms that you're using. So it's a really good idea to every single subscription that you have to a paid platform, add it here so that you just keep an eye on it. You don't forget. And you can make sure that, you're not running out and just blowing your money on platforms that you forgot about and that you've been signed up for 6 months. Believe me, I've seen it happen more than a few times. Okay. Awesome. So as we wrap up here, these are just the ones that I would suggest using. These are very basic. You may have others established already, and that's totally fine. But I just included a few just as reference. Google Workspace, don't really need to describe that, I'm sure. ActiveCampaign is a really great CRM, customer relations management system. It's one of the more affordable and yet powerful versions. Obviously, HubSpot is a great one. There's plenty of others. There's Keep. It goes on and on. Drip. There's many, many, many. But I do really personally like ActiveCampaign. I found it's a great blend of flexibility. It can adapt to a lot of different business environments that I need it to. It's very connective. I can basically sync it up to anything. It's just a really good platform. I really like it. Calendly is great if you're not familiar. Being able to get people booked on your calendar, let them select times and dates on your calendar that you want to be available to take sales calls. For example, maybe you only want to take sales calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. Well, you could create a calendar link that only allows calls to be booked on Tuesdays and Thursdays during set periods of time in your day. So really, really powerful tool. If you haven't embraced that type of thing already in your business, I definitely encourage you to. It syncs up great with Google Calendar. It's very easy to use, very intuitive, highly suggested. Boast is a platform that we already covered in the program here in LaunchKit. Definitely a really simple, powerful way of collecting video testimonials for your business. And as you know, video testimonials are gold, right? So you want to make it as simple as possible for people to provide them for you. And Boast is a great tool to do that. Zapier, if you're not familiar with what Zapier is, it's a great way to create automations. Basically, if someone enters in data somewhere, you can port it to somewhere else very quickly. So someone enters into your landing page, for example, well, that information would immediately get sent over to your lead tracker here on your business dashboard, things like that. ClickFunnels, just a lead funnel builder. It's drop and click. It's very, very simple. If you don't already have something like that, then I would say that's probably the most user-friendly, but you also have Go High Level and all kinds of other variations out there as well. I personally just like ClickFunnels for basic functions, but it doesn't necessarily replace the need for an actual website. I would highly suggest having a true HTML website created, WordPress, whatever you want to use, but definitely have an actual core website. But if you're running paid ads or if you're wanting to do sales funnel development, then ClickFunnels is a very simple way of doing it. All right. Awesome, guys. That's it. Congratulations. You are now done with this series of videos. I really, really hope that you get a lot out of this business dashboard. And remember, the power of the tool is only as much as you actually deploy it into your business. So as cool as this could be, it's not going to do you any good unless you actually use it consistently every single day. And I hope that you do so. All right. See you guys in the next video.